Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Boosie has been indicted on gun charges for a 2023 arrest in San Diego, according to court records. Now, he was arrested back in June 2023 on a felon in possession of a firearm charges when officers first found 2 handguns in his car during a traffic stop. Now, those charges were dropped. A few weeks later, he was charged again with possession of a gun by a convicted felon and drug user for a separate incident. On Wednesday, Hatch posting on X that he felt blindsided by the indictment while on vacation with his family, claiming it was unfair that the indictment, quote, again on the same charge with another added.
Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Boosie has accepted the federal gun charges. OG, are you there?
Oh man, I'm right here, man. Yeah, Boosie just pled to a carrying a firearm in a federal case, having a possession of a firearm that wasn't made in California. It carries a minimum of 5 years. So,
wow, carry a minimum of 5 years.
It's a mandatory minimum of 5 years, but I think he's an ex-felon, so he could get a minimum of 10 years. But I don't see with the allegations and this case being so old, with him taking a plea, I believe that he'll only get probation.
It's he announces this, and I think, let me see. He announced there's a few articles that came out. And let me just be clear to y'all, let me say this because I like to jab and jug, but OG is a specialist. OG understands what it is to deal with people who have been in situations that may have had themselves locked up behind these guns. OG done time. He's a librarian. Did you go to the law library, OG?
I stayed in the law library when I was in the whole shit. That's all. And I had a similar case that Boosie had in 99. I got a ex-felon with a gun on Operation Save Streets, and they turned it over to the feds, and it's called interfering with commerce, and under a federal gang charge and a gang enhancement on Operation Safe Streets in 1968, the mandatory minimum was 35 years for just possession of the weapon. And simple possession of a weapon in the federal guidelines is that the gun wasn't made in the state and that you were a known felon.
Now just stop right there, OG. Now I want y'all to you hear all that y'all getting. Now this is another level of understanding what's going on with a gun charge. You're not gonna get that on no other channel. I'm just gonna tell y'all that right now. This is a specialist. Wait a minute. This is a specialist you're dealing with here. So I want y'all to get that part. Now look.
Somebody been to jail and scared of doing time.
That's right. Somebody been to jail already, scared, don't want to go back. This is the conversation coming up here.
As we're talking about it, that's what I recommend to any youngster that's out here in these streets. Before you continue doing what you're doing, see, you don't even have to go to the law library no more. All that BS that you're doing, Googling street fights and World Star and all that, Google what your crimes. Google possession of crack cocaine. Google possession of being a known gang member. Google possession of riding around dirty. And it's going to tell you what the crime is. And if they say if you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
Now see?
And so these dudes are walking around here doing these insane shootings. Shooting is no profiting to nobody. The only one that gets anything out of a shooting is the Undertaker. It's so many other things that you can do to make money. But and that's Boosie riding around in San Diego with a gun.
Wow.
Allegedly. Now, he said it belonged to his bodyguard, but his bodyguard wasn't taking the case. And they wanted him because here's another attack on black celebrities. You got to know what you're doing. And so this interfering with commerce right now, and here's another thing. One of my grandsons just got
Yeah, yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Involved in some trouble by him running his mouth on the phone. And it's called phone conversation. If you say, hey man, you got that, is that's over here, or everybody know what that is. And just saying that when they get a organized ring and they arrest everybody, you can get 5 years in federal prison, what they call phone conversation, just for talking on the phone.
Wow, and OG, like I said, you definitely. I remember you telling me that about your grandson. I just, I look at Boosie, man. He came home when he came home from his first bid, where he faced life, and then he ended up almost going, and basically going to death row. He did go to death row actually, and Boosie come out, of course, beat cancer. And then you got to understand, not only did he beat cancer, but he turned around there and he got shot in the leg here in Dallas, Texas, battling diabetes at the same time. Have been out here. Not only he's having a great time, living his life and making his money and being a celebrity and an entertainer, but it has been a real battle for him trying to understand how to stay free in this climate that we're in, trying to keep some money flowing the way that he does through his entertainment. A lot of times, OG, a lot of times, and you got to get this, man, what we say is so powerful to becoming who we are that we got to really watch how we speak on certain subjects, man, because when you speak things into existence, right? So things will start to develop around you. You say, I ain't messing around with her no more. You quit messing around with her. You say, I'm going to the store. You go to the store. You say, man, I'm going to get me a truck. Watch you. And if you really get serious about it, a truck will be sitting in the yard. I don't know how fast or how long, how long it's going to take to do it, but it's going to happen. When you speak these words on these songs, when you speak these words on these lives, when you speak these words, no matter where you go and no matter what you're saying, things are gonna happen. And I guarantee it, OG. And I'm telling you right now, you gotta watch what you say, man.
Like you said about that and speaking the word, and you talking about a living witness to that. I said one time, and was just I said it with my heart, but I said it and it cost me dearly. I set up one time at the Total Experience, and I think I told you about the song. I said, I'll sell my soul to the devil for a Seville.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they made a record about it. The Whispers made a record about it.
Because you said it. They heard you say it.
They heard me say it. They said, what did you say? And I said, I'll sell my soul to the devil for a Seville.
I want y'all to get that. The Whispers is a group that heard him say this. If y'all ain't heard of the Whispers, y'all see this heavy right here.
The record is called Olivia the Slave.
Olivia the Slave. And one of the Whispers, one of the members of the group.
Walter that just passed.
The one that just passed.
The one just passed, Walter. Yeah, he said, man, what did you say? And my point is, my oldest son died of spinal meningitis at 3 years old.
Wow.
My sister-in-law got killed. My sister got killed. My grandmother died. I had more Seville. I bought my mother a brand new Seville for her birthday, gave my sister a Seville. I had more Sevilles than I had girlfriends. And when I went back to prison in 1979, in 1978, I spent $1.5 million in 9 months. By 1980, I was dead broke. And all I had was what the devil promised me, a Seville.
Wow. Wow. Gee, stop it, man.
So yeah, words are powerful, and never speak those kind of words because it'll come. And what is so miserable about everything around me perished but me. He let me see all of this tragedy. I had money and didn't have any happiness at all.
Wow.
But I got what I asked for.
You got the Seville, man. See, that's what I'm telling you, man. Boss Talk 101, man. Listen, OG, man. I'm telling you now, man. This man, you saying that he more than likely because he's saying that he went on took a plea deal. You saying you don't feel like he pleaded to no time in prison.
See, now wait a minute. I said that at first. I ain't know he ain't been to death row. And
He done been to all that, OG. That's why I brought it up. He done been through a lot.
Wait a minute. They don't do too much bargaining with nothing like that. So I don't see. Now it's kind of up in the air because, like I said, I had a federal case in 2020, right? And a bank fraud, and I fought it for 2 years, and the prosecution came up and just gave me a case out of Oregon, and I got 4 years federal supervision. I'll take a murder charge as long as I ain't got to go in that cage.
That's
You know
real.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I pled to a lesser crime for probation, right? But only because we was guaranteed no time. I'm not going to, I'll fight it like a murder. If it's, we ain't doing no days in jail. And even if it's days in jail, if I go to court today and I can't bail out tomorrow, when I get to arraignment, I'm pleading. I'm not wasting no time. I'm doing this and getting it out the way. You know.
No, man, so, I get it, man. Ain't nobody trying to do no time, and ain't nobody want to go. He may have dressed this up because of the way the crime looked. OG, it was very. This was not something they had set in stone. He may have pulled the probation out of this. Maybe.
This is what it said, because they said in 2024 the case was briefly dropped.
It was by the state for sure.
And then the feds picked it back up just because he was a celebrity.
That's right.
The same thing we talking about Sha'Carri Richardson. They're attacking black celebrities and athletes right now. It's I remember this bishop I used to work for, Bishop Green, Kenneth Lamar Green. Shout out to him. And
shout out to Kenneth Lamar Green.
Man, look here, brother he had a video. It was. I mean, on this West Coast, it was hot in the early 2000s.
Okay.
And it was called Satan's Attack on the Male Black Seed. Satan's attack
on the male black seed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you see it right now. His attack, and not just the male black seed, but the female black seed is just an epidemic, and we're not even aware of this. But getting back to his federal case, I don't see Boosie think way better than that. I don't think he would just plead to go to prison. But I see right now that he was doing a press conference, not a press conference, but he did something on an X, and he says that be sure to get my new album. He got a new album coming out, so that's one of T.I.'s big movements. Whenever he gets ready, when he used to be getting ready to do an album, he would catch a gun case or go to the feds and make him feel like he was a real gangster. You know what I'm saying?
OG, when you look at Boosie, man, Boosie is the head of his household. I'm gonna say that. Yeah. And when you got the head of a household, Boosie has that estate down there with all of these. I mean, he got houses and streets and stuff cut in for his kids. And, Boosie is the main source of income down there. And it takes a lot to maintain that stuff, And I couldn't see him, unless he had to, take this charge like this without knowing he was going to be out. Now, because you got to understand, his kids and all of those people that's around him, there is no artist that's going to be able to. Last time he went to prison, everybody fell back. It was nobody that held him down to where his stuff was just moving out here for him. People thought he wasn't coming home. He was on death row for a minute. All I'm saying is it's a hard situation for him to have to turn his back on the estate over there.
No, it's not. It's not hard for him. A winner, a real winner. When you take that kind of fall the first time in the Nation of Islam, it's called the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
That's right.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So now, if he was to go to the feds for a day, he done prepared everything, and everything's in place to carry him for 5 years. I believe that. He's smart. Because we was in Greensboro, North Carolina, me and Melvin Farmer, and Freeway Rick and Scruncho. He did a concert out there, and he brought his whole family. You know, his kids, they had to put them up in a room. So he brings his family to give them that exposure. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't believe he set up something where the old saying, when the cat's away, the rats are play.
Uh-huh.
I think he got his stuff established where he didn't. That's why he been hustling, man. That man, they used to say James Brown was the hardest working man in show business, right?
Right.
And after James Brown, that what's the boy named saying, "Look in California"?
Oh, that's Frankie Beverly Mays.
Frankie
Yeah.
Beverly.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie Beverly. Man, that man, he worked cruise ships. He worked.
Yeah, he worked. He worked till the day he died. It seemed like he worked till he died.
Worked till the day he died, establishing stuff so his family could be right. If they wasn't singing, they wouldn't be eating, because I wouldn't do shit.
Well, so you think Boosie is prepared this time, but not like the last time?
I don't believe he would just up and take a plea and not have everything in place. He's not that shallow.
I sure hope you're right. I sure hope you're right, because I'm telling you now, once you go before that judge and you already made this plea to say you guilty, unless you got something in writing or something, and they just not announcing it yet, because usually it comes right out. But
no, it don't. Not in this day and time. You know, they hold it way up under like all they want is a conviction, and they'll talk about that he took a plea. But now it's maybe 60, maybe 80 days, maybe 3 months before they go back to sentence. He got to go to probation. You know, they establish this. Was he a good candidate for federal probation? And you got to go through that with them and report to them every week and go through that. Yeah, I know what that situation is after a plea. You know,
yeah,
and it's a time consumption to see if you're gonna step out and do something crazy. But I really believe in my now you worry the hell whether he do or not. But I don't believe that he would take a plea and put himself in jeopardy and be sitting up in there with Puffy and R. Kelly. That ain't his kind of business.
Wow, man. All right, OG, man. Guys, Boosie has pretty much took a plea deal for the federal gun case, and he just say he tired of fighting. Tired of fighting. So, guys, I want you to get in the comments. Let us know what you think about Boosie saying he just tired of fighting. Do you feel like he's tired of fighting? And do you feel like that he's going to do some jail time, or is he going to get probation? What's going to happen with Boosie? Did he plea and he understood what he was pleading into? Let me know what you think. Get in the comments and let us know what you feel. Me and OG done dissected the best we could. Now it's time for y'all to give y'all's thoughts. It's going down, man. And if you're still watching, man, make sure you go download bosstalk101.app now. You're going to need that live, because me and OG about to start going all the way live, and you're going to have to be signed up in order to see it. It's going down inside the app, bosstalk101.app. You can go to your Google Play Store. You can go to your Apple Store and download that app. And also, guys, you know already what's going down. You just seen it, man. Do or Die just showed up on Boss Talk 101 Reviews. We decided to take it up a notch. We're going to start bringing people on now. We decided we're going to just do what we want to do, OG said. So that's what we're doing. So at the end of the day, man, go watch that Do or Die. They just speaking on this song that they did 22 years later, and they had to give it to us first over at Boss Talk 101 Reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.